Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my everyday makeup look. I'm going to be doing a bit of a shorter version as well on TikTok and Instagram, so please give me a follow there as well. Please also feel free to subscribe and hit the like button or the notifications button to stay in tune to any time I post. I'm not making any promises, but I will be trying to post more frequently on this channel just because I'm looking to really get back into that YouTube scene. Without further ado, I guess let's jump right into it. So I'm starting off with my base. I'm going to be using the Hourglass Hydrating Skin Tint Veil Foundation. It's like it's not actually a foundation, it's a tinted moisturizer. So I'm going to be using this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply some on my face. And this is like a makeup look that I do for work or like when I'm trying to be like a bit quicker. I do not use a brush for this step, just because I do find that it could get a bit streaky. So I'm just going to be applying them. Also, I do not have like the proper setup yet for filming. That's why I'm doing this on my floor in my bedroom. But yeah, you know, we're making it work. So it really melts into the skin. Like you could still see my freckles peeking through. And also, this is shade number 3. What I found out is for the pale olive tone girlies, this is the color that would suit you. Don't be afraid of like the number. I thought I was a number 1, but clearly I'm not. But yeah, so the next thing I'm going to go in with is the Haus Labs Tricolone Skin Tint Tech Concealer Corrector. Shade number 4, neutral. So I'm going in with this. I really love this. This is like my 4th tube, I guess, or 5th. I've repurchased this plenty of time. I used to really love the Charlotte Tilbury concealer, but I found that it didn't necessarily wear the best way. So I switched to this one and I have no regrets. And I've converted a few friends of mine to use this one. Also, I'm so sorry. I keep looking at myself, but I need to look at the camera. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. I don't do a lot. I literally just dot it on my face. I try to like keep it centered with a few. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in like this. What I like to do with this is with this section specifically, I try to like push it out so the product isn't too concentrated in the center of the face. And then I do a little bit here. Also, you could probably tell this shade isn't drastically lighter than my foundation shade. It's a smidge lighter. And the reason behind this is I actually don't necessarily love the super bright look. I like to look a bit more, I wouldn't say natural, but closer to my own skin tone. So we'll do that. And this is where I go in with the brush. So this is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I love this one. It's dense, but it does the job and it's affordable. That's the best price. And if you're based in Toronto, yes, it's available at Shoppers, but I guarantee that Walmart will probably have it for a little bit cheaper or maybe on rollback. So check it out there. And then I'm just gonna, I can't get comfortable. Also, maybe wearing jeans wasn't the best idea. And this is the part that I like really push out. So I think, to be honest, this concealer does take away a little bit of the shine that the Hourglass Tinted Moisturizer brings, but I'm not too mad about it. This is the face. You could see still some freckles peeking through, but not too much. Next thing that I'm going to go in with is the Patrick Ta She Statuesque Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer. I fell in love with this. To be honest, I didn't have like the best relationship with this product when I first got it. Didn't like how it looked, didn't like how it performed, but I think I really mastered how to use it. And now it's in and out of my routine. Sometimes I do like to go in with a bronzer, sometimes I don't. I'll show you guys what I do. All right, so taking the contour shade first, it's the cream product. I just do a few dabs. I have another brush like this, but this is the same brush that I use for my foundation, just a new one for this. And then I go in and I really apply it just above the cheekbones. See right here. So it's not like a true gray. take another pass at it, pick out the product. And then I really concentrate it there. Then I'm gonna go on the other side and do the same thing. So really pack it on. And actually I might use the camera. Pack it on. Not too high up the cheek, but not too low either. And I really just like concentrated on the side. Then the newest thing that I've started to do is I take the same brush. You could take a smaller brush, but I don't really care. What I'm gonna do is this section below the lip and then this section above the lip, I started to go in with a bit of contour. And how that looks like is just lightly. Instantly, do you see the shadow? Like, look. It's faint, can't really see it, but just like in the center. And the reason behind this is I like my lips to look a little bit fuller. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. Maybe I have a bit of product left on top, but I'll do the top. Just gonna add a bit more product. Looks a little crazy right now. But this is a game changer and you'll see in the end. And then after this, I go in with the powder and I'm gonna take my, okay, this is a really old, giant bronzer brush. It's like the size of my entire cheek. But this is a Japanese brush. I can't really find them anymore and it's a bummer because I really do like their brushes. So I'm just gonna go in with this. I'm gonna lightly tap and then I'm gonna go over what I just did with the contour cream. Kind of set it in place. It's really warm, but you'll see it'll come together. And I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna take the rest, excess, put it in the lower section of my face. Not too much, but still something. And that's it. So this is the bronzer contour part. Next thing I'm gonna go in with is my blush. I'm gonna use a Chanel Jus Contraste in Rose Glacier, I think. Or I'll go in with Pink Explosion. So I'll show you the two. I'll decide on camera. So this is Pink Explosion. Nope, Rose Glacier. And then this one is Pink Explosion. They probably look the same, but one is a bit warmer and one is a bit cool tone. I think for the sake of this, I'm gonna go in with the warm tone one. So I'm gonna grab another e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. And then I'm just gonna go and swirl, swirl, swirl. Like, look at that. You think this is a lot of pigment, but it's actually the perfect amount. And then I just like to bring it up a little bit higher. And so the Chanel blushes actually have like a natural, healthy glow to them. And with time, the more you wear your makeup and the more it melts in, it develops really nicely. And I actually never wear highlighter anymore. But people always ask me, like, what highlighter do I use? And it's the blushes, like reflection to them. Like you could see, I'm trying to show you. Oh, there we go. Bit of reflection. They're amazing. They're some of my favorite blushes. I don't really dabble in any other blushes because I know these ones work for me. And I keep telling people, like, the secret to my looks is the Chanel blush, because sometimes I won't even do the contour part. I'll literally just go in with a blush and it honestly transforms your face and gives you such a nice, healthy fleshness to it. I do have a bit of blush blindness, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Or do it sometimes. But who cares? It's my makeup. But yeah, this makeup look, I've worn it like day to night, 9 to 5, 5 to 9. Like, I will do this type of makeup, especially if I have like a dinner after work and I can't go home to like get ready. It's super easy to touch up. You just bring a bit of concealer, a bit of powder. You don't even need to touch up your blush. Like, this will last the entire day. Now that that's done, I'm just gonna fix my hair. Now that that's done, this is when I go in and set my makeup. So I'm gonna use the Mario, what is this called? The Mario Surrealskin Soft Blur Setting Powder in Fair Pink. I'm sure you've heard the lore behind it. This is technically what replaced the Givenchy Prisma Libre Loose Setting Powder. We know the whole ordeal. They took out the talc, they replaced it, they reformulated it. It became super sparkly, kind of defeated the whole purpose of what the point of the original product was. And then Mario shortly after released this. I do think it is talc-free as well, but I will say it's a really, really beautiful powder. You just have to know how to use it. The first time I got it, I used it the same way that I did with the Prisma Libre powder. And let's just say I hated it. But now I do it very gently. I don't do it a lot. Like, it's a very, very dry and matte powder, and it will show lines if you overdo it. So you just have to be gentle with it. It'll give you the nicest blur once you kind of get the hang of it. But let me just, I tap because there is always so much product that ends up being at the front, like you could see. Let's see, there we go. And I'm a believer of the powder puff. So I use the Sephora collection powder puff. I, in particular, really love that triangle bit. And I literally take some on the tip. That's what she said. She's immature. But then I go in and I press it just like that. And then I'm going to go in on the other side. And what I like to do is I also take it down my nose, press on the chin, because I get super oily there. Excess in the smile lines. I take a tiny bit and I kind of, actually for this one I'll take a little bit more, but I place it just beneath where I contour. Oh, to the girls who have bangs, the secret to trying to keep your forehead from freaking being oily is I actually flip these up and then I take whatever's left over and I just really press it in, especially into my T-zone, which is where I get oily. I know I look so different with my bangs up. Now we're gonna bring them down. And I'm gonna go in back with the foundation brush that I had, and I'm just gonna brush it away. Brush the eye away. Press in whatever's left over. My base makeup. Very matte, very easy, low lift, nothing crazy. But yeah, you can see a bit of texture. We don't have perfect skin, but it's okay. I love how I look, and I'm embracing it. That's it for the face. Now I'm gonna go in with eyes because it's like a everyday makeup. I'm actually just going to go in. I sound really out of breath. I don't know why. I guess I don't talk a lot. I'm gonna have my coffee. Also, guys, this coffee is so good. So this is the pistachio pod, the Nespresso ones. Oh, look who's here. Freddie. Hey. He's like, mother, I don't want to come. Really curious. But this is the pistachio pod, and what I did is I actually made myself like a little vanilla syrup out of vanilla bean paste, added a bit of like a splash of maple syrup and a pinch of brown sugar, and then I added some hot water to like make it that syrupy consistency, and I just added a bit of milk. This is so good. This is like my new favorite. Back to the makeup routine. So I was saying, I'm going to go in with my new favorite eyeshadow stick. This one is the NARS. I also have Freddie for everywhere now, right? Living with a rag doll. If you know, you know. They're super sweet. They're the most adorable, but you're committing to a lifetime of fur. But yes, so this is the NARS Total Seduction eyeshadow stick. This is kind of new. They released it maybe, I would say, like 5 months ago, 4 months ago. And I used to have this Chanel eyeshadow stick that I really loved, and it was like my go-to. It was like this bronzy, coppery, almost neutral, so it wasn't too warm, but it wasn't cool tone either. And I would always put it under my waterline, under my lash line, not even waterline. Under my lash line, I would diffuse it, and that's all I would do. And I finally used all of it, and it was limited edition, so I couldn't purchase it. And Chanel didn't have anything that resembled that from like that actual formula. They do a lot of mattes, but they didn't have anything that was shimmery. And I went to Sephora one day and I saw this. Okay, I'm gonna swatch it. It's not new. I've used it before, as you could tell. But this shade is called Laguna, obviously, part of their iconic range. But just look at this. Like, could we just focus? There we go. And then when you diffuse it, it becomes so beautiful. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. So this is almost an exact replica of what I used to have from Chanel. It's just a little bit warm tone. That's the only difference. So it's still not the same. And you know what? I love it. I think I'm in my warm tone era. I'm also debating switching to gold jewelry. I used to be like a silver, white gold girl. But recently I'm kind of rediscovering gold and I kind of want to dab a little bit more into it. Anyway, so what I do is I take this, put it in the lower lash line, just like that. I bring it just past the side. Who is that? Freddie. Freddie. He's like, Mother, I don't want to be on camera. He is a camera whore. Do not believe what he is doing right now. He loves attention. So this is what I'm going to do. And then I go in on the other side and I do the same thing. Like, I look a little crazy right now. Then I take a blending brush, if I could find one. And then I also take, can I use this? That's all I have, so I'm gonna use this one. Then I'll usually take, so first I'm gonna diffuse. And then what I like to do is I like to take some kind of shimmer, that. So I have two options. I have one that's really, really sparkly, and then one that's a little bit less. This is another Chanel product. This is the Les 4 ombres, ombre aux paupières effet multiple. Oh, it says in English, multiple effect quadra eyeshadow. And this is in 937 ombre de lune. Limited edition, guys. I'm so sorry, but nothing special. This is the only thing I wanted, which I did get, and I will show you guys. Hot tip, if you see Chanel release a limited edition, check it out, because sometimes they release these like one-offs that are crazy beautiful. Like, look at this. Terrible, but how pretty is that? Oh, there we go. This is perfect. That gold, stunning, stunning. But I think what I'm going to do is, because this is an everyday type of look, I'm actually going to go in with this top one over here. I'm going to take this and let me see if I can get a little closer. I'm going to take this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just blend it, put it where I blended it out the other shade. Looks a little crazy right now. Same thing on the other side. This is what I'm left with. Everyday, easy, work appropriate. That's the most important thing. I work at an office. Can't do a full beat, to be honest. The next thing I'm going to go in with is the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. Beware. This mascara, give me a second. This mascara is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. But it is not your typical mascara. This one is a tubing mascara, so there are fibers. And if you don't get rid of it, like, as soon as it's dried out and it's old, it will flake into your eye. That said, super easy to take off. Does not smudge, which I get raccoon eyes all the time, and that is like my big thing that I consider when getting a new mascara. And I'll show you guys the wand. So this is the wand. Silicone brush, small, what are they called? Silicone brush, and it's a small brush. Like the strands or whatever they're called aren't that big, but it's amazing. I also like to kind of wave it around. I'm not blowing on my mascara. It's bad. I'm gonna go in and try to put it on with my bangs down just for the sake of this video, but I might have to clip them up. Oh my God, have I been filming with this stupid hair the whole time? Oh, okay, there we go. Moved it. Get in my hair as well, but look how beautiful that is. So no mascara with mascara. Not done doing this. Okay, Boom, boom. I'm gonna try to separate these a little. It's a big difference. And when your lashes are all even and matching, it's a really beautiful mascara. Then I'm gonna do my lower lash line, which is much easier. No bangs there. Also, sorry guys, I'm still learning how to do this, so I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial in a long time. There we go. Big difference between both eyes, if you could see. So like lashes, I have lashes. It's just there's nothing to them. Then when you add a bit of black mascara, it's a big difference. I've repurchased this multiple times. I don't think I'm gonna try anything new anytime soon, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about tubing mascaras. Like, it's great in the sense that they don't smudge, but yeah. Take my little thumbnail. Cutie. Then, don't forget to wipe off that transfer. Transfer is real. Guys, if you have any recommendations on how to prevent that from happening, let me know. It'd be really appreciated. That's done. It's time for the lip portion. So I'm going to go in with something that's a little different for me. I didn't really used to like this, but I recently discovered the Violette bisou balm range. I'm assuming it's a French brand. I know it's a French brand. It's a French brand, and the woman, the entrepreneur who created this, has a really beautiful career. I tuned into her podcast episode on Who at Where, Second Life, and I knew I had to get her product, and she just launched in Canada, so really exciting. But I fell in love with this. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So as I mentioned, this is the Bisou Balm. It's a sheer matte lipstick. It is very matte. I know we're in our glossy era, balmy era, but I thought I'd give it a try. The color is like this dusty rose. And let me show you guys on this what it looks like. So it's almost like powdery. I don't know if you could tell. And it blends out super nicely. Like the texture is like, it almost feels like I don't want to say silicone-y, but it has like that slip. Oh, I didn't realize they smell good. They also smell very sweet. So I'm going to go in with this, and then I like to pair it with the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude. We'll also show it beside. I think they complement each other really well. This one is also very creamy, and that is definitely what I do on the day-to-day. So let me just show you guys. So this is where that lower contour comes into play that I did earlier. I'm going to do this. Like, look how full this looks with the added shadow. And that's how I do it. And then sometimes I'll fill it in a bit more. Try to diffuse it a little. This side is looking a little crazy. So I used to really love Foxy Brown by Charlotte Tilbury, and I still do. But I find it's a little bit too dark for some of my lip colors. But once I've smudged it out, diffused it a little, that's when I go in with this product, and look how cute it is. Look how cute it is. It is so freaking cute. Like, I highly, 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 also, what is this? I highly recommend checking this out if you love like a non-super dry matte lipstick. It's gorgeous. Like, look at this. And this is the finished look. So this is the face that I do for work, and then sometimes I will also take this from like a day to night. Took about 30 minutes, so it took a bit longer because I was chatting through, but usually I could do this in like 10 to 15 minutes. But this is the look. And again, guys, if you want to see another makeup look or you want to see another variation of this look, I have plenty of everyday makeup styles. Just let me know in the comments. I love filming these. And please be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My handles are Michelle Shavolsky, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.